guys, this is my second attempt. Now it looks correct. Say hi, let me know you can hear and see this because this has been acting really funny and I want to make sure it's working. Also, let me know where you're from and let me know if you have ever used lard. If it's something you haven't used, you might even be a little questioning of what I'm talking about, but let me know. Is lard something you have used? Tell me where you're from and just let me know if this is working. Can you guys hear me? Oh, good. Hello. Hello, Prairie Eagle, I think. Thanks for hopping in, guys. Hello, hello. So every week we are going live and we are talking about one simple thing every week because this has been an over-decade journey for me and my family. We're still chipping away at it and learning every single day and improving every single day. And the best way to go about this is just one step at a time. Thanks for telling me I'm working. Good, good, good. Thanks, guys. Hello from Pennsylvania. Somebody said not healthy. I 100% disagree if you're referring to lard. We'll talk about that a little bit. Hi from Nashville. Anybody use lard? Okay, so one simple thing. If you would like to get a recap every week, just go to soullyrested.com/ONE1. And I will send you all the details once a week to your inbox. The links of the things I'm talking about, any discount codes I might mention, any recipes I explain, any of that will come to you. You also can just comment the word simple after this live is over. If you're watching this live, wait till it's over. If you're catching the replay, go ahead and comment simple and I will tell you how to get all the details in your inbox. Okay, lard. It actually is something that I started using 7, 8 years ago now that we've been pig farmers. And we had all this lard, this pig fat, and I didn't know what to do with it. So I learned a lot very quickly. I have written a lot about this. I will share all the details with you if you comment the word simple, from how to render your lard to the 3 different kinds of pig fat that there are and what ones are the right ones to use to render lard, and 11 ways that I use it. In fact, I'm going to be sharing that in the audio version this week. Every one simple thing, there's a video and there's an audio, and they're different and they're corresponding to each other, and I send them out together to your inbox. So I'm going to be sharing 11 ways that I love using lard. But for now, for the 5 minutes or so that we're chatting here, I want to tell you why lard. It makes the best baked goods you will ever make. If you want your muffins to be softer and just so delicious, try lard instead of butter. If you want your pie crust to be divine, any baker, any grandmom who knows how to make her pie crust will tell you, use lard. If you are struggling to get a really good soft tortilla, lard is the best tip I can give you. Use lard. It is an extremely healthy fat. It not only has minerals in the fat, it has things like vitamin D that's almost impossible to get in food. If you live in an area of the country that has a little amount of sunshine all winter long, like here in New England, lard helps so much with seasonal depression because it has given me a dietary daily amount of vitamin D, and it's very hard to get that in your food. But the pork that is raised on the pasture in the sun all summer long here on our farm is very high in vitamin D, especially the lard because it's coming from the back fat, which is the most exposed to the sun. But on top of that, there are so many vitamins and minerals that are fat soluble. And if you aren't using a good healthy fat when you're cooking and baking your real food, you're missing out on some of the minerals because you need a healthy fat to carry those minerals to your body. And let me see if anybody else. Hi, everybody, jumping in. Hello, hello. She eats kosher, so no lard, but loves rendered tallow. That's Hamilton Gwen. Yes, tallow is a great option as well. We don't raise beef, we raise pork. So for us, it's lard. Tallow is the beef version of it. Lard tends to, well, you know what? I have a whole article that I'll include in, I want to keep this to 5 minutes. So I have a whole article comparing them, and I'll include that in the information I'm sending out. Cindy Sue has tried it 1 or 2 times. Yes, really, Cindy, really, really, really. It's really good stuff, and it's great to use in your baking. You actually can use it. Cindy says she has seasonal depression in buffalo. Yes. If you switch your fat and you have a fat that's high in vitamin D, so you're getting it daily, you will see a difference. It's amazing. So you can use lard in a 1-to-1 ratio in place of butter. If you're using it in something like cookies, by the way, I'll share a recipe with you for that, a chocolate chip cookie recipe made with lard. I like to throw in a little added mint, or you can up your amount of vanilla, something to give it a little more flavor, because I will say when you compare lard to butter, butter is absolutely tastier, no doubt about it. Lard doesn't really have a lot of taste. Some people will tell you, oh, it tastes like pig, it's too porky. If that's the case, it's because the lard has been rendered incorrectly, at too high of a temperature or at a wrong amount of time. There's different things you can do to render it and make it taste too porky. If you haven't filtered it correctly is another big thing. So I will send you the directions for rendering it. This, I just pulled out of my freezer. This is the lard, actually the fat, it's not yet lard. This is the fat from one of our pigs that I still have not rendered. So it's just sealed up and in my freezer. When I render this, it will turn into this amazing, all natural, unrefined fat that I can use for baking and sauteing, and it's so good for frying. I love frying pork cutlets and French fries in this. So good, guys. But I also use it just like spreadable butter. If you're making a grilled cheese, this is amazing to put on your bread instead of butter. And it's going to have that vitamin D and the other minerals that you're not going to find in other forms of oil. It also has a really high smoke point, which is so important, because if you're using a fat that has a lower smoke point and you see, the smoke coming out of your skillet when you're sauteing, you're actually breaking down the fat. It's gotten to a temperature that it started to break down. And that means some of the molecules have become free radicals. And unfortunately, that can become cancerous. So you don't want to use an oil or a fat when you're sauteing your vegetables that gets to a smoke point and gets really smoky on you and that sets the fire alarm off. But if you're using this lard, it has a really high smoke point. You're not going to have that problem. And it's so good, like I said, for baking, sauteing, frying. I like, if I'm going to use it for baking, last little tip, I just pulled this out of my freezer. I keep it in my freezer so I don't have to clean it out really well. I just stick it back in the freezer to store it. But this is a butter mold. And this is a stick worth of lard. So this is a half a cup of lard, like a butter stick. And I use this in baking in a 1-to-1 substitution for butter. So please comment the word simple and I will get you so much information about lard. Please consider looking at the fat that you're using and considering if lard might be a great option for you. If you don't have a pork farmer nearby, I have an amazing solution for you. I have spent years wanting to find a great source to send folks to when I'm telling you about my lard, because I don't sell it. People will always reach out and ask, will you sell me some? No, I don't do that for a whole lot of reasons. But I have found an amazing source that I'm so excited about. I will send you all the details and the discount code, all of that. When you comment simple, I'll make sure I get it all to you. So that's it for today's One Simple Thing, but please leave your questions. Let me know your thoughts, and I will catch you next week.